All right, so we're back in my garage this time, and we've got my neighbor's street glide back. Oh, there it is. So, which means one thing. The only thing that's really left at this moment that the front end of his bike needs is a new headlight. And our friends over at LED Factory Mart, LED Factory Mart. There we go, I got it right. Hooked us up and like, yeah, let's get that old janky halogen headlight out of there to looking yellow surrounded by all the rest of their lights, and let's get a good quality light in there. And not only did they send a headlight, but they sent the matching passing lamps, which is great because my neighbor wants to buy my old passing lamps off of my old street glide and put them on here. He just has to buy the switch first and then pay for them. But even though my lamps already have sun pies in them, we'll probably do these, when we're ready to do the install of the passing lamp. So for tonight only, we're going to do the headlight, and they're supposed to have integrated blinkers. I have no idea how this is going to work, if I'm going to have to pull the outer fairing off or not. But you're going to come with me. We're going to figure it out. So let's take it over to the workbench and see what they sent us. So the box has already been opened because, well, me, but I haven't removed any of the packaging. Shy of one piece of plastic over one of the lenses. So this is how it showed up for all of you people that want to see the official unboxings and how stuff is packaged. So there we go. Our two passing lamps. Nice aluminum housing with heat sinks. Looks like they gave us the extension with the plug, which we shouldn't need the extension, but we're not going to worry about that tonight. The black background, if that's coming through, if my ceiling lights aren't screwing with us. So, and it did come with the protective film, but said the neighbor dropped off the bike. I had to show him what we were throwing on there. And then here's the actual light itself. Your typical 7-inch round black background headlight. And if you can see that, this here and this here is supposed to be our amber turn signals. So on the back side, again, aluminum heatsink. All looks good. Our main plug, some accessory wires that I haven't figured out yet. And then we've got, which should be our adapter to go from the main harness on the bike to the H3 plug that we need for this light, because we're going from two individual bulbs to one solid headlight. So if we head over to the bike itself, if we weren't doing any blinkers, all we would have to do is pull out this Phillips head here. This trim ring pops off, and then there's, I believe, 3 or 4 screws behind that, and then the headlight falls out. So I'm going to cover the fender. I'm going to pull this trim ring, and I'll show you the screws I'm talking about. So I went ahead and pulled the lower screw and about took the ring off, and I remembered you guys are wanting to see a little bit more in depth the process of. So grab the trim ring, pop it loose. All right, take that. I'm going to set that back here, set it on the concrete. And yeah, so we got that screw, and that screw that will allow us to pull the headlight out. If we mess with these bigger ones, that's going to screw with the angle of our headlight. Now that being said, when we get the new light in, I'm probably going to go ahead and have to adjust the alignment of it anyway, so we're not blinding the airplanes. So let me get my Phillips head again. I'm going to pull these, drop the light out, and we'll see what wiring plugs we're dealing with behind. All right, headlight removed from the housing at least. So here's the 2 plugs we were talking about. And if we look inside here, trace the wire up, here's that main harness plug. And it's just hanging up in there by one of those Christmas tree plugs. So I don't want to accidentally damage this plug here, so I'll go ahead and remove it temporarily, just kind of get it out of the way. Take my Christmas tree polar pry bar, which if you don't have one, I highly recommend. And just kind of gently coerce that out of place. So, one sec, I'm in my own way. There we go. So, Could have probably made this a little easier on myself if I disconnected, you know, the bulbs, but at least this way I just keep it as one whole unit. So let's head back over to the workbench, kind of give you a bit of a side-by-side here, as best I can without this thing rolling everywhere. So there we go. Now I'm going to do it. It's not even on the bike yet, but we're going to pull the film. Damn, that film is on there. Sorry to you ASMR people out there, because this is not going to be very satisfying for you. If anything, it's just going to be frustrating for me. Hold on. Alright, so I got the film off, and for the sake of laying this flat, I did pull the harness. So now you can see we're going from the chrome halogen to a black LED, which I'm hoping that comes through because reflections and light are just everywhere. But trust me, it's black, it's LED, it's sexy. This is classic, but a little geezery, in my opinion, and dull as hell. So this will definitely light things up. I did get some before pictures, so don't worry. I'll throw those up. I'll throw those up a little bit later when we do a before and after. So as I showed you on the back side there, the aluminum heat sinks, you know, and that's the back side of that. So there's that plug, which matches to that plug. And then, like I said, we've got some bonus wires. And there's our H3. I'm not sure what's going on with these. I'm going to fiddle around, take a look. I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be our signal wires for the blinkers, but I'm not positive. This is not my forte. So, and there are no directions in the box, or not much on the website, but let me see what I can figure out, and I'll let you know. As we know, blinkers aren't my strong suit. I've gotten it right one time. That was on the Springer. My buddy's bike, still situating a plug and play solution for his ST. So sit tight. Let me try to get this on the bike and see what we're doing with the plugs. Hold on. All right, so after a little rooting around at their website, there are no directions for what I'm doing. Not that you need directions for a headlight, but because we're talking about integrated blinkers inside the headlight, I don't know which one of these wires is which. So best I can tell is this is going to be my daytime running light. And then we got a left and a right signal here. I don't know. And I don't know. But as best I can tell is these are going to have to tap into the wiring harness in the bike. You know, we have to tap into here or here or here. And the only thing I don't like about doing that is either I'm gonna have to hard tap it with like wire tap or posi taps, which isn't ideal, or I have to acquire some spade connectors so we can keep this as a quick disconnect, which is still gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass when you go to, you know, take your fairing off. You got to disconnect 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs, maybe 5. You know, I think it's a great idea, and I'll talk with my neighbor, and if he wants to go that route, you know, we'll zip down to Ace Hardware or something and find spade connectors or order some posi taps or something, and we'll make, you know, the daytime running light and blinkers that are integrated work if that's what he wants to do. But I'm not going to splice into his wiring beyond a plug and play connector. So great idea if you're I don't know, savvy with tracing or tracking down signal wires and blinkers and all that kind of stuff. Knock yourself out. Or, you know, if this is your bike and not your friend's bike, go for it. If it were my bike, I would figure this out. I would go and get the spade connectors or posi taps or something to make this work, because this is badass, and I think LED Factory Mart is onto something here. That being said, I feel like they could have done something more like what they did up here and here with the pass-through connectors. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, jump back a couple of videos and you'll see where I installed these onto his bike. And at least we could daisy chain into something that's already pre-existing rather than, you know, tapping into a wire. So plug and play is my preference over that. So that's me. So enough rambling. I'm going to put this back in there, put our screws back in, our bezel back on, and then wheel the bike out so you can get a bit of a before and after. Hold on. All right, so got the light in. A little bit more good news, bad news. Good news, it's in. It looks good, especially, you know, that black background with a chrome trim on a black bike. It's some really nice contrast. I like it. I like the look of the light. Everything about it, I like. Here's a couple of things I don't like. One, as we were talking about, you got to hard splice into the wiring to make your DRL turn signals work. Not too keen on that when we know they can do pass-through pigtails. Also, I think the light is slightly undersized compared to stock because there is just the slightest amount of wiggle, which, you know, Harleys vibrate. So I don't know. That might kind of look like a bit of a dancing light driving at night. I'm not sure. So, you know, I don't like that, you know. I'm not going to tell you guys something is amazing if I truly don't think it is. And I think this light, it's a brand new product for them. I think a little bit more R&D is needed on this light. You know, let's make sure that the fitment in that housing is a little bit more better. Let's not have to hard tap our DRL turn lights into the wire and let's go to a pigtail. You know, those are the kinds of things that I think could be improved on. So the build quality is nice. That's a solid, you know, 10 out of 10. But as far as fitment and wiring, I'm probably going to have to give that a 5 or a 6. You know, and I feel like I'm being generous. You know, LED Factory Mart, these guys have been great. They do make a good product, but this one, I think, it's so new. This is going to be a growing pain. So I'm not going to say don't buy it, but be aware it's not going to be like the other lights that we've done on his bike here, where it's just, you know, just solid and, you know, right out of the box, perfect. So I like it. Best judgments. So let's go ahead and click this on. There we go. So there's your regular running light. Go ahead and click on your high beams. There's high beams. So, and let me go ahead and kill the light here. If I don't blow out my light here, or the camera, I mean. So, I mean, it still looks good. You know, high beams, low beams, the whole thing just works, and it's way more better with this LED light. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, win some, you lose some, especially when you're, you know, looking at a headlight that is way more affordable than, say, Zero or Custom Dynamics, you know, or any of those guys. But let me get you some specifics here. I just have to look at my phone. So the high beams come in at 4,000 lumens. The low beam, or back that up. Low beam comes in at 4,000 lumen, and high beam is 6,000. It's rated for 3,000 hours of life, and it is an IP67 waterproof rating. So, and it looks like it is currently on sale for $141.89, regularly $179.89. I will say this much. I've never seen their stuff off sale. So I'm going to go ahead and say that $141 and change is going to be your everyday price. I could be wrong. I just haven't seen them off of sale yet. So for $140, if you're looking to dabble into an LED headlight, I think this is a good option. I don't think it's maybe the best option out there, but, you know, it's an option. I've used Custom Dynamics. I've used SunPie. I've used Eagle Lights. I've got Eagle Lights on the Street Glide here. those are all solid options. I think, you know, LED Factory Mart, you guys are amazing, and please don't think I'm hating on you, because everything else has been great, but this headlight, I maybe go back to the drawing board a little bit. So I'm going to get it to my neighbor. I'm going to see what he thinks, and if he wants to swap back out to the halogen, we'll do that, or maybe he'll order up a different light, but I really think he's going to be happy. So let me push the bike out, and I'm going to shut the garage. It's dark out, and then you'll get a bit of an after, and I'll throw up a picture of the before, high and low. So hold up real quick, and we'll make this happen. All right, so we're outside my garage. I taped it out. We're about 15, 16 feet away from my garage door. I'm just kind of waiting for my spotlight to shut off. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a picture of the before with the low beam and the high beam now. And you guys can see where we're at in relation to the door with low and high. And now that the spotlight shut off, we'll show you low here. There we go. His key fob wasn't wanting to work. So there's the low beam, and let's turn his volume down. And there's a high beam. Nice hot spot there. Good spread on the low beam. So overall, I mean, it's casting a lot more light. I think maybe the halogen disperses it a little bit better, because a hot spot on this one is way more of a hot spot versus the halogen, but it's still going to be way brighter out on the road for what he had. So let me go ahead and shut this down, get back inside, and I'll get back with you. Okay, so you got to see the before and the after this time. I told you I'm going to try harder, you know, so here I am trying harder, you know, befores, afters, you know, a little bit more walking through. So are you not satisfied? So anyway, LED Factory Mart, I don't have a discount code for you. $140 for the fitment and plug and play. It's not a bad deal, but I would say, you know, if they work on a little bit more, 100%, I will recommend this all day, every day. I think as it is, there's still a little room for improvement. So, because again, I'm not going to sell you guys anything ever. I'm not going to recommend anything ever that I don't actually believe is worth the money. And this one is close. It's not there yet, but it's so close. So LED Factory Mart, I hope you take this for what it is, just constructive criticism, because I love all your other stuff, but I think we could do a little bit of improvement. So, but I thank you very much for sending this to me. It has the matching passing lamps, like I said, and like I showed you, that we will likely do on his bike at some point, but that's not going to be tonight. So questions, comments, concerns, as always, let me know. Hope that I answered all of your questions, but I'm sure there's going to be something out there that I missed or somebody's going to think of. But other than that, that's all I've got. I appreciate every one of you for sticking around and watching. And with winter rapidly approaching, these videos might be getting a little bit more sparse since the wife gets the garage this winter. Gotta share. So that's it. And until next time, we'll catch y'all later. See ya.